Welcome to Creepy Circuit, the one and only Halloween podcast here on the Color Circuit Network. I'm here with the mayor of Spookville.
Ooh!
Phil,
Hello, children.
and the Spookacabra, Janae.
Woo! I'm spooky.
And today we will be discussing ghosts, the creepy crawlies and long-legged beasties that keep you up at night. Let's go ahead and get started with some personal stories. I think the mayor got a scary request from one of his residents.
That's right.
Let's disrobe. How about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. let's get comfortable. God damn it! It's hot in there. And then my mask doesn't have a thing on it. I'm just holding it up by sheer will alone.
Woo, with face fat. Just kidding.
Right. I had to smile a lot.
I'm happy.
All right.
Or were you too scared?
I was. Might have been a little bit of each. So of course, we did get a request. We had somebody email the show, of course, with their spooky requests. If you have a spooky story, please send it to Creepy Circuit.
Or just type it in the comments.
Type it in the comments.
That'd be great.
Eventually, yes. All right. So this listener would like to remain anonymous. So we'll just call her Gregan Greasy. Gregan Greasy writes, my grandma's house was built in the 1800s, and it used to be a whorehouse, which means there was plenty of bedrooms for my 9 aunts and uncles. My grandpa remodeled the house, and this is what's happening at the same time that Silver City's post office was being built. Where the post office now stands used to be a house that belonged to the McCollins family.
I know them.
They're famous for being murderers. Or murdered.
Oops, sorry.
It's them being murdered by Apaches. Because actually that's what it is. They're famous for being murdered by Apaches just outside of Silver. My grandpa got the wood flooring for his house from the old McCall's residence. It was being torn down. I've always felt that the house has bad juju. And I assume the angry horrors and murdered family have something to do with that. Two of my aunts have mentioned seeing a ghost Victorian woman. One aunt...
Sorry.
She just... There we go. They both saw each other. One aunt woke up to see a woman with a ball gown standing on at the foot of her bed. The other aunt saw her in the hallway by the same bedroom.
That poor man.
And then it disappearing through the walls. I personally haven't seen any ghosts, but I haven't been alone upstairs in that house because it's always scared the crap out of me. Thank you so much, Gregan. Thank you very much.
Gregan, that was a great story.
Yeah.
So, you had to live in a haunted house.
Uh-huh.
Like, you knew that upstairs was haunted. Would you ever go up there?
Immediately.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah?
say that's where I would
Immediately.
set up shop.
I would
Yeah.
like walk around naked.
Oh.
I don't even care.
It'd be like-
I'd be like, look at me go.
Begging for possession.
They'd be scared of me.
That's right. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not want to live there? Why?
No, absolutely, because it's their home.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You might need to speak closer.
Yeah, it's their house. You
no,
need to be
but I
respectful
mean, you.
of.
But if you buy the house,
I know.
it's your house
But
now.
is it theirs to sell?
Yes, because dead
They
people
own the property
I-
because the property manager owns it.
But how do
Yeah.
you know they're not the property manager?
Do they have the deed?
Let me play
Dun,
devil's
dun, dun.
advocate for a second.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, like ghosts can't collect rent, so I mean that's number one. Yeah, and I would be interested to see anything spooktacular because I've never had any haunted experiences. I don't know about you two, but I've never been possessed by a demon. I've never seen anything remotely like ghost creepy-ish. I don't know, but maybe that's because I'm a skeptic. But I'm hoping you two are going to change my mind.
Get
now.
out. You're not supposed to be a skeptic.
I am a
here.
skeptic
This
right
is
now.
Creep Circuit.
We're all believers.
We're all believers. We're all one.
All is one.
All.
All is one.
All right.
You have some interesting stories to tell about ghosts here in New
Yeah.
Mexico, don't you?
I have this book.
Hmm.
And See Deep Truths. It's a book club show. I'm just gonna plug that real quick. That's why I have a book. Anyway, it is a Investigating Haunted New Mexico by Randall S. Van Alst.
Van
Alst.
Van Alst.
And he discussed, because I am a fan of theater, he discussed the hauntings in theaters around town. We probably all know the Chemo Theater. It is, it's great and blah blah blah. Here's the background. But I know that the Chemo Theater, there was a blast, like a boiler room blast, and it killed a boy. So, and that was in 1951
Ooh.
Wow.
on August 3rd.
Ooh,
And-
right by your birthday.
What?
And his name was Bobby. Isn't that
Wait,
quaint?
that used to be my name.
You know
You
you're
have something to tell us?
reincarnated. But the way to keep Bobby from ruining a show, because he will ruin your show, is if you leave donuts and treats out for him, and he'll love it, and he won't ruin your show because it's been known to do that.
So,
They actually throw away the donuts after a while. It says
Oh,
on
God, I
there.
hope
They're like
so.
they're like for sanitation reasons. We'll
Yeah,
get rid of
I
these
would
after
hope
like 2
so.
days or something.
so
Yeah.
if you were a ghost and they had to bribe you not to haunt them, what would be the thing they'd bribe you with? Same question.
What incorporeal thing would I be bribed with? Because I don't think food would sate me.
Right.
Jewelry wouldn't sate me, even though I like it. I would say notes that say I'm really great. If I get notes that I'm great, I will be happy.
What about you?
If I needed to be so I don't ruin their theater production.
Yeah.
I would definitely want at least 15 minutes on
15.
stage.
For each show?
For each show,
Oh my
I
God.
require 15 minutes so I can do my
Yo,
spooky
boo,
set.
woo.
Spooky improv. Can I get a suggestion of something that haunts you, like your fears?
But we work near the Sunshine Theater,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently there is a spirit of a 16-year-old girl there named Marissa, and you can feel it on the floor of her murder, but I don't know what floor that is.
Really?
Probably
I
the second.
Probably the second.
Yeah.
If it's what I'm thinking of, she was raped and
Raped.
murdered.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think I
Yeah.
remember hearing that one too.
She was raped and murdered. and
It
stuffed
doesn't
in the
say that
wall.
in this book,
Yeah,
but okay.
but I've heard
What
that.
year? Yeah, what year did it say?
1920s?
Okay.
Nope,
Oh,
that
never mind.
wasn't it. But
That was a different story though.
So
that was another.
don't go to the
Marissa.
Sunshine, maybe?
Maybe not.
Or go to it. It's a local theater. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, check out the Box Theater, Phil and Wes.
Where-
It's
Nah,
not.
Julie.
What? She promoted hers.
Blind City.
I
We're
just
not
was
playing this
explaining
game.
the book. That's all I was doing.
You guys will see what I do soon.
Speaking of your you wanting notes of gratitude, have you heard of what is it, Robert the doll? The doll that
Robert
you
Doll.
have to, yeah.
We talked about him on Deep Truth.
Really? Because Phil West did a scene based on that.
So I'm like, he's fresh in my mind.
Mhm.
Is what I meant to say.
Robert the Doll.
never
You have to
mind
speak
then.
into the
I
mic.
know. I thought you guys were just plugging.
We were plugging, but we really talked about how like he makes faces.
Yeah.
What do you know about Robert the Doll?
Pretty much that, and that if you don't write a letter to him, you have to write him a letter. If you take a picture without his permission, you have to write him a letter to lift the curse that's on you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
But
glad
I didn't hear the faces though.
that if he doesn't like you, he'll like frown at you, and he's known to run around the hall of the museum that he lives in.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah, which
don't
is
like that.
terrifying because you look up
So
Robert the
cool.
Doll, everybody.
He looks.
It's scary, y'all.
I think they did. Chucky was kind of loosely based off of him as well. It's like any other scary doll, really, because isn't Abigail like a scary doll
Yeah,
that they
but
did all those
Annabelle.
movies?
Is it
Annabelle,
Annabelle?
that's
Okay.
it. Abigail. Sorry,
Her too.
I'm thinking of King Diamond. Never mind.
So if you had to haunt somewhere, where would you choose to haunt?
I would haunt my college theater.
Really?
I went to ENMU, and I'm going to plug ENMU. Go ENMU. Go Greyhounds.
Oh my God, she's plugging and I get no plugs here.
No, but I would haunt that theater because it was really near and dear to me. It taught me a lot, and I feel that I haunt it now with my spirit. I have enough spirit to go around.
Yeah.
So I
You
would
don't
like
have
to
be
haunt that. Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
What would you do? What are some things?
I would help sew the costumes at night. I would.
It's like, they'll never finish this gown in time. Come the next morning. Oh!
Yeah, I would do that, and I would fix the lighting. I would be helpful.
Yeah,
You'd
be like a tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like a tech, and then like if somebody forgot their line, I'd be like, "To be or not to be," and whisper in their ear because they're
Remember
always
their
doing
lines.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
That's all they do at Ian. I mean, we did Hamlet like 50 times.
Really?
No, I'm just-
What
Yeah,
about
that's
you?
it. Very spooky. I would definitely. I mean, when Janae said that, I think I would probably want to haunt the theater also. I think there's just something fun about that because we're both in theater. So I'd probably have to haunt the box because I'm already haunting it now because
Okay,
I'm there all the
Phantom
time.
of the Opera,
Phantom
whatever.
of the Boxra.
What would you want?
What would I haunt? I would haunt something where things were constantly changing. Because, theater, you'd always see that kind of stuff. Maybe like a movie theater. We watch movies all the time. My apartment, probably.
Yeah.
That's where I always am.
Keep
Or
moving
like
the
a
dishes
thrift
to where they
store.
go. Uh-huh.
A
Haunt
thrift
a
store.
Thrift store.
That's
Yeah.
a great idea. Like you could be tied to
Yeah.
an object that never
Yeah.
gets sold.
You should probably
that's
speak
great.
closer to the
am
mic. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's something better about. I mean, those are fun ideas, but I mean, wouldn't they all change eventually? Because eventually the box is going to get torn down. Eventually, like
Don't
your
say
theater is going to
that!
get torn down. Like, where's the one place that wouldn't?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
I mean, didn't they move Stonehenge?
No,
They did.
they did not.
They so did. Yes,
I
they
wouldn't-
did. I
When
heard
did
that
they move Stonehenge?
they moved it down the road.
How? How do they move Stonehenge?
One block at a time. Yes. It's like a
you
giant
mean
game of
the Druids
Tetris.
move Stonehenge, or like
Oh, no.
the construction workers move
Yeah.
Stonehenge? I'm gonna look that up. in
I'm
a
pretty
moment.
sure, yeah. Somebody
That's
look that
silly.
up. I'm pretty sure they did. So you would want to hunt Stonehenge.
Until they moved it.
until
Or
they
the
moved it.
pyramids, because they're gonna stay.
They're already
there forever.
haunted.
Have they moved
Yeah.
the pyramids, Phil?
Uh-huh.
Have you seen pictures of like around the pyramids? Because it's like there's a pyramid
Taco
and
Bell.
then there's a taco.
Yeah,
That's so crazy.
yeah.
I'm not yeah, maybe like I don't know.
Like, I mean, I guess a graveyard is a great place to hunt because
Yeah.
nobody's really going to just like move
Pick it
everything.
up, but they'll build on top of it. As
But that's
seen
true.
In the movie.
Oh,
Spoilers, poltergeist.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Was dismantled in Wales,
What?
and
Told ya.
now, and it's been ad block.
What?
Dismantled
but
in Wales.
It
and
says
moved to-
archaeologists believe it didn't happen like yesterday.
Well, archaeologists are scientists, and as we all know, science is real. So there we
I
go.
never said they weren't real. I just say
No, Janae denies scientists now. Just
We
want
have
that
a
to be
flat
known.
earther.
Flat earther.
Flat earther.
I'm more of a not real earther. I don't believe anything's real.
The parallel universe.
I'm a parallel universer, yeah.
So speaking of parallel universes, we're going to talk about some whether something is a ghost or a demon.
That is a great.
So a demon, do you know the difference between a ghost and a demon?
Why don't you tell us?
I was going to say, I want you to tell the audience.
So the difference is a ghost is something that was created from somebody living, whereas a demon is something that's lived for a really, really long time. So like Beelzebub would be a demon,
Mhm.
whereas our grandfather would be a ghost.
Ghosts. See.
So that would be the difference.
Well, I
So-
thought demons were also fallen angels.
Well,
Okay, here's the deal.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They could be. I mean, in like.
I mean,
the
there's
really
probably
big-
yeah.
wanna be the
We
devil's
could be
advocate.
Let me just tell you what I know. If you just need to know, and for those who are at home getting haunted right
Mhm.
now, being haunted right now, you got to know the difference between a demonic haunting and a spiritual, once human haunting. That's the difference between life and death in a lot of situations. A demonic haunting is a lot of. It's more aggressive. It's weird. Like it starts like an infant. And you hear like baby noises, like suckling and crying, and if you hear crying all the time, then yeah, that's gonna be
that's just me.
just gonna be like me
That's my
crying.
Friday nights. Yes.
But if it turns into something more, it's the demon manifesting from like an infant state. So if like the Bell Witch, for instance, and the Bell Witch, that started out like a baby crying. And then it turned into like hitting and smacking. I think it was demonic.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I know about. But I think a spirit a lot more gentle. I mean, there's also obviously.
Oh no, she was possessed.
No, it's just a stroke. Don't worry about it. Obviously there's like angry human spirits, but a demonic spirit would always be painful and hurtful and hurt you.
Right, a demonic spirit possession. It sounds like possession to me.
More
pretty
so,
much.
yes.
Yeah, like The Exorcist is what you would think as a ghost. Be like, I have unfinished business here, and I must stay in this bathroom until the toilet has been fixed or whatever.
So then on that, would Freddy Krueger be considered a ghost or demon?
Ooh.
Because he was, depending on which origins you follow, he was a child murderer, molester, murderer.
He probably did it all.
I would think so.
Yeah.
He was a, yeah.
You don't get burned by the town for just, kidnapping a few kids. They got to make you pay.
The kill!
So I would say he was a ghost because he was a man before he was a demon. But are pedophiles really human is the real question.
I think biologically they're human, and biologically he's a ghost, but he could have had demonic influence.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, how else would he get those spooky powers if he didn't
Yeah.
have something outside of, like if our grandpa went up to Freddy Krueger, I don't think he's going to give him any powers unless it's like the power to watch Andy Griffin 1,000 times.
Sign me up.
So-
Okay,
Yes.
so same with The Shining then.
Well-
they would be, there's
Oh.
ghosts
I mean,
in
yeah,
The
I think
Shining.
but I think they were demonic possessions as well, because like what you're
What
saying,
were they
Janae,
possessing?
him,
Who?
Jack Nicholson,
Shining.
The Shining.
The movie, not the book.
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
only one I've seen. So or read, whatever.
I haven't seen either already.
You haven't seen
never
that,
seen
The Shining?
No.
Oh,
What?
it's so good.
I've seen The Shinning.
Shh, you want to get sued?
Seen that.
It's a good time.
I know.
Yeah.
I
It's a
want to
good
watch
time.
it for that bear man or pig
Oh,
bear
yeah,
man
yeah, the
yeah.
dog.
who,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
like goes down on a guy.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only reason I
It's
wanna
the
watch
hottest
it.
part.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
I don't
like,
know, there's
Shining, sexy. That's
Uh-huh.
what I
Yeah.
think.
It does have Jack Nicholson in it.
Sexy.
Abusive and manipulative. There
And
you go.
Shelley Duvall,
Ooh,
sexy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the sexiest. Yeah, definitely.
When she's
And
screaming with a knife.
schizophrenic, I think too.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't she now schizophrenic?
I think she's probably been what's his name? The guy who directed The Shining.
Stanley
Stanley
Kubrick.
Kubrick did mess her up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think we should talk about.
Oh
the
no, I'm not
person's
talking about that
human
part. I was just
state.
wondering if she did really go insane or not, because I know she's not dead, right? She's still
No,
around.
she's
No.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
She's
She's
fine.
okay.
She's fine.
She's okay.
Shelley Duvall is kicking.
She's just, a little possessed.
Who is it?
Uh-huh.
So, have you seen The Exorcist then? Because I
No.
no,
I will not watch it.
What?
My sister watched it and she was too scared.
I'm
Really?
terrified, but I've read the book. You've seen the movie.
I've seen the movie. I've never read anything.
I've read
in my life.
about the book.
You've read about. I've read the article
The-
about the book.
the Cliff
Right, and
notes.
not about the movie, just
Uh-huh.
about the book.
So it's pretty similar. On your, so what to you is this? Where did you find The Exorcist scary?
I mean, I remember watching it when I was younger. I don't remember being that scared by it, but I don't know. I think I was expecting it. So, like everyone keeps talking, this is the scariest movie ever. So I think I was like, my guard was a little up for that. It was interesting. I think I probably should watch it again, to be honest. But I don't remember being particularly scared by it. Like, I don't know, possessions don't scare me that much.
Really?
But yeah.
Wouldn't you be scared if you were possessed?
I would be, but that's silly.
I'm pretty sure
all
Sam
right.
would do a better job than you.
Possessed.
Damn it.
I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, that didn't really scare me as much. I could tell you the one movie that did scare me. It'll be talked about more on the next show.
Well, let's not.
Okay, fine then.
We'll
we won't
back.
tell you what really scared me. But The Exorcist, it was a good movie. I probably should rewatch it again, but I don't remember being that like, oh my god, I just saw the scariest movie in my life. But I think that's mainly because like I was expecting it. So
I went to Washington D.C. and saw the staircase that the guy fell down.
Really?
That's
So I
exciting.
like
That's cool.
have a lot of knowledge about these
Yeah.
things. I just don't
Don't
watch the
wanna watch it.
movies. Movies are
Read
stupid.
the book if you're going to, because I've seen the movie and I've read the book. And the book, the thing that comes off really well is how horrifying it is for the mother.
Really?
Like Reagan, she's away. She's
Yeah.
not all there. The mother, though, is like, what do you do in those
Yeah.
cases? What do you do if your child is being possessed by a ghost or a demon?
Oh, man.
Who do you tell? Who would believe you?
Yeah.
If either of you were possessed by a ghost, who do you think would be the first person to notice or do anything?
You.
Me?
Yeah, at least for me. Be like, oh, right.
I'd be like,
Rock out, bro.
I'd be like, no, he's good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
fine.
leave
He's
him,
fine.
yeah.
Go
He's
away.
fine.
We're having fun.
Go
Yeah, yeah.
away.
Lift
priest.
things with your mind.
Oh, what's that, Felipe? You're actually going to help me with something?
I'll keep the room nice and cold.
What about you?
What was the question?
Who do you think would be the first person to notice if you were possessed or had a...
Well, my best friend Heather
Mm-hmm.
would notice because I make her keep a sanity watch on me
Mhm.
for many reasons.
Uh-huh.
And she lives 3 minutes away, and if I was possessed, she'd probably know.
She'd notice,
And
right?
yeah, she'd know right away because I think she knows me better than everybody
Mhm.
because I see her more often. And,
Yeah.
and she'd be like, "You're acting like
everything
you're
okay?"
acting normal,
Yeah, yeah.
Janae."
Can you like turn your head back around? Like,
She would notice that.
yeah. Just walking around backwards.
Yeah.
What about you, Michelle?
Who would I...
Yeah. I mean, I probably would notice, but
No, you wouldn't.
I mean, I
You
would
wouldn't.
try to notice. This isn't
I've
going
had
to turn
my
into
hair-
sibling problems.
I've had my bangs for like 2 weeks, and then the other
Your
day you're
fangs?
like, my bangs.
Oh.
And then you're like, oh, did you cut your hair? It's
Uh-huh.
like, yeah. 2
Why
months
don't
ago.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so a ghost definitely wouldn't notice that.
Hey, Michelle, what's up?
I'm alive. You're all spewing
Yeah.
pea soup. And
Oh, cool. Are you going to go see the show?
yeah,
Friday night?
yeah. So, do you want my comp or not? It's the box show on
Um,
Fridays and Saturdays at 9 p.m.
Stop it.
What? Just saying, improv
Okay.
comedy.
We're
Albuquerque,
going to
New Mexico.
have a possession chart. Every time you guys plug, we're going to put a hex on
Somebody's
you.
been possessed.
I
Just a
am
little
done
bit more.
plugging.
Mhm.
I had an opportunity to plug like 2 minutes ago, and I did not. I'm just saying.
I have a few more shows.
Yeah, I don't know who would notice if I had a ghost. I mean, it sounds kind of sad, but I don't think anyone.
Anyone would notice? I mean,
Maybe
I.
my boss.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
my boss, because I'm always at work. She'd be like, "Oh, you're here at a reasonable time."
Yeah, yeah. It's like, wait a minute. You're here on time?
Yeah.
You're leaving
doing
on
your work
time?
really,
Yeah.
really fast.
What's that? Your phone's off?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Call the priest.
Yeah. Oh, and you're not complaining about it being too hot in here.
That's
the
true.
first.
I would probably be the same way too.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, it's so hot in here. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like I should rewatch The Exorcist now because maybe it'll scare me a little more. But I don't know. Demon
You have to look
stuff
at the
doesn't scare me as much.
details.
I guess so. Well, I think at least for me, I'm not too because I had to block out because it's like religious-y stuff, and I don't find religious stuff scary anymore because it used to mess with my head. So now I don't find anything religious scary anymore. So maybe that's something to do with it.
What about a sexy nun?
Oh, that turns me on.
Damn
it! That's my cat call.
That's how you call women.
Woo!
I'm gonna do that to people now.
Boo!
Boo!
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, religious-y things.
They don't scare you.
I'm not scared of them anymore because if I was still, I'd still have mental problems. But
that explains a lot.
mm-hmm.
So recently we went on a ghost tour through Old Town, New Mexico, and now we're going to go ahead and review some of the things we saw and discuss some of the stories we heard. You guys can all take the tour too here in New Mexico at Old Town. Just look
Old Town Ghost Tours. It'll show up in the
Another
video.
yeah,
plug.
it's there. That's
I-
different. She was nice.
Just kidding.
She was a nice lady. Yeah. So
Let's watch it.
let's see what's going on here.
Oh, thank you. So it's called.
I feel like they kind of ripped off a certain movie.
I just can't put my finger on it.
I'm not too sure.
Where is it?
Da-na-na-na-na.
Who do you call if you want it?
Good evening, ladies and germs. You are now about to enter the spooky zone with Color Circuit's own cast.
So Cam, for keeping
Mike, putting out good audio. Janae,
This is us checking our
spooky
stuff.
girl, Spookacabra, as I've dubbed her online, has gotten his flashlights. Essential.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
order which I should have played with a little more, to be fair.
It didn't sound good.
This is meant, I thought it was for ghosts, but it's for children, so that they don't get kidnapped by fairies.
Is that-
Well,
Yeah.
there's always
So
the risk.
Oral is for children and
never
for
know.
demons, but not. To be fair, I did steal this from a small child,
Uh-huh.
so it makes sense.
Well, now they're gonna get kidnapped by fairies.
As we like to Yeah. Guards against demonic powers, curses, and the destructive forces of the evil eye toward on visitations by succubuses.
Succubi.
Succubuses. Demons. To the effect, coral should be worn directly against the body. Sorry, guys.
So you're safe and we're not.
Yeah. But
So succubus
human
are
child either,
female
so.
demons?
Is anybody really
Succubus
safe?
are
Is
males.
our question.
That's
Love
the good
hurts.
question.
Sometimes it's a good hurt.
America, I told
Until
you.
your soul gets sucked out. Husk. Ooh, spooky.
Ooh, spooky eyeballs!
And then we're just about to get ready for the tour.
So we're allowed to take any video of the actual tour.
Yes.
Because everybody needs to experience it for themselves. But stories, how do you guys feel about the way the stories were told?
I thought they were really entertaining. I think Allison did a really good job, and we're gonna plug her. This was a tour. This is the name you
Yeah, sorry, the video she sent it to us earlier, this is where it cut out on my, I had a terrible connection, so.
Do you want to pause this so we can talk about the story?
Yeah, can we pause? Thank you. Oh, that's a good one to pause it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a prostitute ghost named Scarlet, the harlot, and she lives up there, and she's redheaded, and she's sex worker. I'm
Sex
sorry.
or no?
So, yeah, that's right, it's a family-friendly tour,
Family
she said,
friendly.
yeah.
Oh, that's what she said.
Yeah, yeah.
And what did she say? They negotiated affection.
Yes, that's it.
House of
Yeah.
negotiated affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she is seen naked up there, and that's
Well,
where
not
she
right
is.
now, but
No,
yeah.
right now. We tried to take a picture. If you can see anybody naked up there, let us know.
Put it in the comments.
Put in the comments. Naked lady alert.
So, and then the big thing that I thought was interesting, there was a bazaar going down in Old Town, or a fiesta going on there, and 30 plus people saw this apparition walking across the balcony.
Yeah.
How she died was she was actually stabbed in the stomach.
Yeah.
By other sex workers.
Yeah, by others.
Because she kept, like, undercutting people or something along
She
that.
was-
Yeah.
She was prettier than
That's
everybody.
true. They're like, yo, you'll do it for one sarsaparilla? I'll do it for half a sarsaparilla.
A sarsaparilla.
Big back in the day. Yeah, and then I think they said something like 30-some people actually witnessed this happening, and it didn't set off any alarms.
No.
Nobody was aware, and they boarded off that hallway forever.
The staircase.
Stairwell.
And if you actually go in there, I think, I don't remember the name, it's like a caravan, the covered caravan or something like that. It is a spooky shop, not only because of the prices. Yeah, it's really creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still selling like little sombreros for like $10 and you're like, that's offensive. But other than that, yeah, you get like a spooky vibe in there.
Yeah, because Scarlet the Harlot.
Because she's hanging out in there, and like, let's be real, could they have given her a little bit more of an original name, Scarlet the Harlot?
Scarlet the Marlet.
She died in a fishing accident.
Scarlet the Marlin.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking. Scarlet the Marlin.
Let's move on.
She's a tiny pointy nose.
There's that music again.
Good. Are we gonna be able to play this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. And this is where
there's a haunted hallway.
This is where Scarlet was dumped.
Yeah, the alleyway, the haunted alleyway where her body was dumped.
And they still have the blood stain right there.
Right.
Except that's water.
Watery blood.
Watery blood.
Ghosts.
It appeared, and there's Phil taking a picture of the courtyard where she's haunts sometimes.
And breaking and entering.
That's true.
There's the courtyard where she sometimes hangs out and lures men to their death. Not really, but.
And where people sometimes lose their phone and then they have to negotiate with the shop behind it. They have to negotiate with affection.
But you didn't lose your phone.
Nope.
Because we have the pictures still.
That's true.
Unless I went to the cloud and got them, which is not what happened because I'm not that smart. And I just put a lot. We're just looking for ghosts at this point.
Yeah.
That's why I took a few without the flash, and then I took one or two with the flash.
That was Scarlet. And then that's the 200th anniversary of Albuquerque, and there's a ghost foot in there. So let's pause it right here.
So this, Janae, you said something earlier where if you were a ghost and you'd be a techie ghost helping people out. That's basically what this ghost was. Mary, I think her name was. She would help after she was brutally murdered by her boyfriend, which, surprise, surprise. But
Yeah. In New Mexico? You're kidding me.
Oh, no.
Am I going to get brutally murdered by my boyfriend? No.
Well, only time will tell.
That's me murdering my boyfriend.
I know. You should have been the other way.
I'll get better at this. Anyways, so she was brutally murdered in front of her place of business, and she was like a model employee. And now she supposedly haunts the place and helps out. So my thing is she really in heaven or is she in hell? Because if I had to go into work every day in the afterlife, I think I would be in hell.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. I'm just going to add this in real quick. There's two kinds of ghosts. Human ghosts. Well, there's more, but let's just say that there's a conscious apparition,
Right.
and an imprint apparition. And an imprint is just somebody that does the same thing over and over again.
Right.
I don't think Mary is particularly an imprint
I don't
apparition,
think so, no.
but I think she may be happy where she is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that because, she loved her place of business, but I think that, maybe there's more to her story than she just...
Yeah, the way that she was putting it was along the lines of, like, she would always go into work to get away from her boyfriend because he was very, like, abusive and, like, really mean.
And she always had perfectly manicured red nails.
Yes.
And somebody gave somebody toilet paper under the stall and had perfectly manicured red nails, but nothing else in there, just the hand.
Yeah, see, that would probably scare me the most.
I'd
is
pee more.
You'd pee more. Just keep flushing. Yeah, that's probably one thing I would want to try and go back and check those out, because what she had said was for paranormal investigators to call those official ghost sightings is if there's three major activities or three major disturbances, and I think that was the third one, I believe. Was like the first one was the manager came in early one day after she was murdered and all the dishes and everything were put away. There was another one, I can't remember what that was, but then there was the toilet paper one where somebody handed her a perfectly unfurled, I don't know, they just handed her toilet paper, Charmin. Double ply.
Double ply soft toilet paper.
So let's look at let's look at these pictures, because sometimes there's a face that shows up in the windows.
Yeah.
And so I know it's not the best viewing experience right here on Creep Circuit,
why
but
everyone should go on a ghost tour, whether it's this one or wherever you are. Definitely view a ghost tour.
and there's with the flash on. It's a really pretty little place.
Yeah.
And that's
Still
Allison.
a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a wall. I don't know what I'm doing.
It was towards the
Oh yeah, she died like in between.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a tree. I
There's
hope
a
we
tree. I
got a
don't
picture
think
of the tree.
I don't know if I did.
It's all right. You can fix it in the other edit. There it is.
No, that's the.
different.
Oh, that's the Jesus tree.
That is the Virgin Mary.
Virgin Mary.
Yeah, that's not Jesus.
Yeah.
So supposedly when you walk past this tree, she will peek out from in the actual
Stump.
stump.
But they say it's also humidity that does it.
It is. Although, can I be honest? If there is one person who would be like side-eyeing you and being judgy, it would be a
Be the
saint.
Virgin Mary.
You think the Virgin Mary is judgy?
I think she would be. Like,
Just because she's a virgin?
no,
Yes.
but she wasn't a virgin forever. So
She was forever.
forever.
In all of our hearts.
No, I mean, we're not gonna get into that.
Okay. No, go
I'm
for it.
just
She was 13 with the baby. Like, you're gonna be a little bit judgy when you get a little bit older. You're
All right.
gonna have some things to
Mm-hmm.
say.
Oh, you think that you can walk through my yard with muddy footprints?
Yeah.
I burnt Jesus!
She's like, oh, look at that girl walking in them shorts. She's always very judgmental.
I
towards
burnt
women.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Because that's how
That's
she
all
does.
she
Yeah,
says.
that's all she does.
And this is the hanging tree, which I think is one of the more interesting stories. There's somebody that lived in that house behind there.
Yes.
And every day at, 10?
10 p.m.
10 p.m. there would be like a thing coming up. If we keep we'll get to the pictures in a minute. Yeah, smoke coming up, and he had to move out because it was so scary. But if we keep watching, let's continue on. Like there's a few of the hanging tree, but that's where it's highlighted right there. That's the branch that was cut off. That was the hanging branch.
The old hanging stump.
And it's a Wild West theme, and there's all that. And oh, that's a good shot. Oh, there's the ghost. Will you pause it? Okay, so this is the funny thing that happened.
Why don't you tell us this?
What happened? So we were just listening to the story, very interesting story and everything. And of course, everybody's taking a picture of this tree. I just happened to pull out my camera right when, some gentleman was riding around on his bike. And so, like, I got, like, the perfect picture, as you can kind of see right there. And so, like, to mess with these two, I was like, oh, my God, do you guys see this? Did you check this out? Oh, my God, there's something in it. And, of course, I started showing, but everybody on the ghost tour decided to, like,
They,
wait,
like,
let me
ran
see.
over.
Let me see. And, like, everyone was checking it out, and my lie became bigger and bigger and bigger. I
this one
now know
lady-
how Pinocchio feels.
And this one lady was like, that guy looks like a guy on a bike. And you're like, that is a guy on a
Yeah,
bike.
I was like, I really should.
It was great. So we like ruined the ghost tour.
Yeah, 'cause
You're welcome.
it's supposedly smoke, and then it forms into a man.
And it looks like
And
smoke
it
forming
looks
into
like
a man.
smoke forming into a man.
Yeah.
With the moped.
But it was really just a
I
child
was-
on a bicycle.
Well, why was he out so late at night?
It was really late, and it was a Sunday.
It was late and it was a Sunday. Okay, let's
We
move
can
on.
go on.
So here we can be quiet.
I do have personal experience.
Tell me everything. I want to hear
Everything? All right. Well, on the tour, I've seen some people capture some really creepy things in their photographs, like faces and unexplained shapes and orbs, which is cool. That's been kind of freaky. I've also felt a little bit creeped out here late at night when I'm here by myself. I felt like somebody's like walking right behind me a couple of times when I was going to my car. That was pretty creepy. I also, like in my personal life, saw like a full apparition when I was about 14 years old of this guy and his dog. And they walked through the living room of my house at like 1 in the morning while I was sitting on the couch. And so that was probably my coolest personal paranormal experience.
Was it here in town?
Yes, it was in Albuquerque. Yeah.
Is it an old house then?
No, not in. It's a pretty new home, but it's like on land that had been other things before. So,
Right.
yeah.
Do you feel like when you have people come through this tour, do they always have, or do you feel like most of them are just like,
It just depends. I feel like if people are more open to the experience, they're more likely to have something happen to them than if they're, come in here thinking, no way, it's all fake.
So do you have some recommendations or some tips on
Some
how
tips?
we can find
On how you can find
or
have a
an
good experience. Like I said, just keep an open mind. That's always good. Supposedly spirits are drawn to people who have that kind of like positive, open energy. I would say go when there's not a lot of other people out. If you want to go by yourself to try and find something, and just be kind of patient. Take 1,000,000 photographs. If you want to do sound recordings, take a lot, and then go back and look through it all.
Could you state your name again?
Oh, my name is Allison.
Okay, thank you.
The ghost. She said something kind of interesting. Like, I agree with the keep an open mind, but then when she said patience and positive attitude, I was like, okay, I'll probably never see a ghost. I'm too
Patience,
cynical
I know,
for that.
yeah.
No, I know patience. I won't. I'll take like a zillion pictures, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see one. In the first two, I'm done.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely like that. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, her stories were very interesting. Like, it's so weird. Like, that was my first ghost tour that I've ever been on. It's just so interesting how they phrase and word everything, because it's like they're doing a performance for everyone.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting, because I was like, I could jazz up this story like that, but I'm sure that's not what they're looking for.
Probably facts or dates or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. In 1491.
Well, it's a historic ghost tour.
Yeah.
I think that's
Well,
how a lot of them frame it. Is it's a historic ghost tour. So
oh,
they
we
can't
missed the cannon wall
promise
too.
you-
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we didn't get the cannon wall where we saw raccoons.
Yes.
I was debating the raccoon.
Really?
But I
knew
just
something scarier happened.
Yeah, I liked them a lot, but I didn't get around to that. There was a cannon wall, and there was a guy on a horse, and he was a general. Was he a general?
He was a general, and I think he
was
was
a
on
soldier.
the south side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
And he
we're
like,
yeah, you don't have to stick around here, buddy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go.
Oh, all right, yeah. He like, cause he was like, watch these cannons. I'm gonna go away for a while, and then they were like, we're gonna bury these cannons because we don't want to wait for you.
Yeah.
And so they found 4 of the cannons and still can't find 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
And the cannons are on the plaza
Yeah.
in Old Town if you want to touch
If you
a
want to
cannon.
dig around. If you ever take a metal detector and a shovel.
I'm sure you'll find it when nobody
Yeah,
else
when
has.
Go there.
Millions of other people haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we be real? They probably didn't bury the other 2. They're like, hey guys, do you want to buy these?
Yeah. Hey, North.
Yeah.
Let's get some cannons going.
I know how to piss them off. We'll sell them these cannons. Yeah, so she also had mentioned seeing apparitions and things like that. And I know those come a lot with talking spirit boards. Have you guys ever had any experience with
a
Ouija,
Ouija
boards or anything of those nature?
I haven't. That's one thing. It's like, even though I don't like believe in all this stuff, like I don't think I would want to mess with a Ouija board. There's just something about that I do feel like, even though it's by, Mattel or whatever, like I just don't.
Milton Bradley.
Yeah, Milton Bradley. They're evil. Yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't. Maybe if with the right circumstances, I would mess with one, but probably
What
not.
circumstances would
I don't
have
know.
to be right?
Like if your girlfriend,
Yeah.
your long lost love died,
Yeah.
and then you needed to
That'd be interesting.
ask her where the keys to the
Yeah,
car
yeah.
are.
I'm locked out. Ouija board.
Because there's not an easier
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I don't
that's
have
the
triple A.
easiest
That's-
way.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't want to hear what you'd have to say to me after she's dead. You motherfucker.
She died when you were together,
Yes,
so
okay.
she loves you still.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, don't worry.
Uh-huh.
So I've messed with Ouija boards before, but I've gotten smarter about it as time went on, like to bless the board. And I haven't played in about 5 years, but nothing's ever attached me. But I think I'm really lucky in the fact that I don't focus well enough to get anything attached to me. Like I'll just because everybody has their chance to move the thing. Like it's
Right.
there. Like everybody has it under their control at one point. But I know I empty my mind, and I'm good at emptying my mind,
Yeah.
which is silly. But it's like VTB, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, what is it spelling? I'm like, I'm just not thinking of anything.
You're like, I don't know, what is that?
But my friend would always tell me, because I'd always want to contact James Madison, my favorite founding father.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, he's too famous. You'll never contact James Madison. I'm like, he's like one of the least famous presidents out there. I mean, he's not really, but
He is the mediocre president.
he's not mediocre. He was the 4th president of the United States. I mean, he had his bad parts.
Uh-huh. What were some of his bad parts?
He owned slaves.
Oh, okay. Done.
But he didn't beat them. I don't know.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know. He probably did. He's terrible.
Janae's
can't take-
favorites do not reflect on the rest of us. We are anti-slave.
Yeah.
But I like him for the Constitution.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
Yeah, for his writing
Oh,
ability.
well, for Constitution,
For
I
his
like
writing
that
ability.
thing.
But I don't condone slavery in any way.
Let that be on the record.
Yeah. Creep circuit, no slavery.
slavery.
I'm not okay with any of that.
Yeah.
Who would you contact if you could through a spirit board?
Famous or
Anybody.
Oh, anyone? It's just a general. Let's see. I don't know. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Don't you put that
I'm
curse
just
on
kidding.
it.
Well, I just want his career. I'd be like, hey, Johnny
Oh,
Depp's career.
God.
How are you?
Really?
No, I'm just
Mordecai?
kidding.
Oh, because it's dead?
This,
Yeah.
yes. Did nobody get that? Anyway. Duh.
I get jokes.
No, let me think. Living or dead. That's his performance
was
in Willy
Johnny.
Wonka.
And the Mad Hatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think. I know I don't have a favorite president.
Just say Abe Lincoln.
No, he's way too famous.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
he
he-
definitely
yeah.
has a lot.
What
Maybe
about-
Jesus?
Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't want to
But
speak.
he rose again.
I want to speak to second driven reason. Jesus.
You mean
But
the
it's-
Jesus in heaven?
Yeah,
Which
that one.
Jesus?
The Christian Jesus. The right Jesus, Michelle.
The white right.
The white right Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Guys, this is going way.
Actually, hold on. No, he actually totally put who I would really contact. It'd be Robin Williams, actually. I would definitely want to talk to Robin
Thank
Williams.
you, Alex.
Aw.
Yeah, thank you. Because I remember talking to somebody about that, and it was Robin Williams.
What would you say to him?
Oh, I would just want to know everything. I don't know, like, cause
Can
he's
you
just
tell me
one of my top.
comedic bits? Of
Can you? Yeah.
Knowledge?
Can you give me some of your skill? Ho ho ooh hi he.
That's good. It's like you're possessed.
Ho ho ooh Mr. Happy. Ooh, don't be afraid.
I'm a ghost.
I ripped that from Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey's SNL audition. He did that. Oh look. Oh ooh Mr. Happy.
Oh, I have seen
Have
that.
you seen-
Yeah.
It's great. So yeah, definitely I would want to interview Robin Williams because one time we talked about it, and not to jump off of creepy stuff for too long, but Janae, you one time asked me who's like my trifecta of comedic legends, and it's definitely Will Ferrell,
Who's the
Robin
god?
Williams.
Who's the father?
Ooh,
Robin
I
Williams.
didn't know that. I would say Robin Williams. Will Ferrell is the son.
Martin Short.
Not Martin Short. I don't like Martin
Steve
Short that
Martin.
much. I think it's either Steve Martin or I do really like Buster Keaton too.
Buster Keaton.
Because
He'd be the good
Dude.
He'd be the great spirit.
he would great stone face.
Don't
as
you
they call
even
them.
pretend.
You can't
He
even
did
hear.
not know anything about it. He knew nothing
I have the
about
same
Buster
birthday as Buster Keaton.
Do you
Really?
really?
Yeah.
Well, we should hang out more because I like Buster Keaton more. But no, I don't know. I really like. I'm not saying I was the one who discovered him. I'm just saying like I really appreciate his
Remember
work
when I
now.
invited you to the chemo theater?
Yeah.
Spooky Connection.
This
and
was
I said,
before.
Do you want to go see the General where there's a live orchestra?
Uh-huh.
And you're like, nah.
I didn't want to see it then. What do you want from me?
That's all I
I didn't want to
say.
see it. It's fine. But then I did watch it eventually, and I really liked his stuff. So, and in terms of like comedic, what is it, like physical comedians and stuff like that, he's like he is the best. So, if you want to be negative about it, that's
no,
fine.
he's the best. He's the greatest.
I know
I'm
she's
really
a
glad
Harold
you-
Lloyd fan.
Ugh. We can talk
We
all
should do
about
Silent Circuit. Silent Circuit.
Why Charlie Chaplin is a fraud.
Mm.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yes.
Tell me I'm
Yes.
wrong. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That would probably be my top three, but I think Steve Martin might be one of my tops also.
he might be like an apostle.
Yeah, he's definitely married. He's very
About
judgy.
Jesus.
Who's your comedy trifecta, even though that has nothing to
The
do with
father
it?
is Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
son is Will Ferrell. The spirit is Kevin McDonald.
Ah.
And she actually, fun fact, got to meet Kevin McDonald.
And I did, and he wasn't part of my trifecta before I even met him.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I
Yeah.
thought that was really interesting too, because then like you took a workshop with him, and he's coming back too.
On December 8th.
Well,
Plug.
You are getting
Yeah, we're plugging for the
hexes.
box. Yeah,
Double hex points on both
Sorry,
of you.
I'm sorry. But you asked who the trifecta
Yeah.
That's
was.
true. Who's your trifecta?
Of what?
Comedy.
A comedy.
Of
And don't
comedy?
say Buster Keaton because I use
She
that
can
one.
say
I'm
Buster
just kidding.
Keaton.
You cannot copy me.
Okay. Abbott and Costello count as one.
One God.
You'll do
One
that,
God. Buster Keaton, Abbott and Costello, and Mel Brooks.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Mel Brooks.
Definitely. Sid Caesar show is
Uh-huh.
amazing. I love it. So good.
What about
Anyway.
Vern Troyer?
All
Not Vern
right.
Troyer. Who's
Dick
the guy?
Van Dyke.
No, who's the guy from Mama's Family? Finn. You're the only
Ken
person.
Berry.
Ken Berry.
Ken Berry is
She's
so
the only one
funny.
who knows Ken Berry's name.
I love Ken Berry. And
Uh-huh.
yeah. So if I could contact anybody with the spirit board going back, it would be John Benet Ramsey, which is a little bit morbid.
Uh-huh.
That's good. I love that. Not that I love that she was murdered.
Or she
but-
was a,
I
yeah.
love that murder.
I love it's my favorite murder, which is a podcast.
It's a podcast.
Wait, so like if this was I had the ability to do that, and I was like, I want to contact the real Jack the Ripper. Would then I get famous? Would I then get famous for actually discovering?
If you could prove it, if you had the evidence.
I mean, like I said, I want to contact the real Jack the Ripper, and then somebody popped up.
Demons lie all the
Hello.
time. Hello, I'm Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper,
I've
mate.
married prostitutes. I mean sex workers.
That's right. Stabbed him right in the Gulliver.
The Gulliver. I love Jack the Ripper now.
Seems
Chip,
so
beep,
bad.
beep. Yeah.
Beep, beep, murder time.
Of course, it's called Foggy London for a reason.
I'm going to go sweep your chimney and murder your wife.
I hope you like laudanum. I don't know. That's the only thing I remember from hell.
Yeah.
It's a reenactment.
John Bonet.
Ramsey.
This the first. Poor thing.
Yeah.
She was
I
she
mean,
was only
what
6.
if she didn't see anything, though?
She saw enough.
Okay.
You know what? I just want to make sure she's okay.
What
Yeah.
if, like, you contact...
This is worse than
Yeah,
living.
yeah.
I'd be like, ugh.
Okay, go.
Bye. I'll see ya.
I had a really good question. Oh, no. Have you guys seen that South Park? Where, like, they were talking about, like, when Butters disappeared, and then Butters' parents went, you know, because they thought he killed someone, so they got rid of Butters, and they were being consulted by John Benet Ramsey's parents, O.J. Simpson, and, like, another guy who was convicted of murder. And he's just like, we don't want people to look at us and be like, you're a liar. You're a liar. And then it just showed up, like, on, what is it, like, on O.J.'s face. It's like, you know goddamn well what happened. Just stop being such a liar. I don't know. That has nothing to do with it. I just love that
That's not very
episode.
creepy.
Damn OJ. That's all I'm saying.
He did it.
I think we should take a pause for...
Reenactments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some spooky... Let's talk about the what we're going to see today.
Okay.
And I don't mean to take over, but
No, it's
I
fine.
wrote these, so
Yeah.
and they're cinematic gold. So we're just going to talk about 2 hauntings today, and they're going to be New Mexico themed because we took a New Mexican ghost tour. We live in New Mexico, and the first one is La Llorona, which is also Mexican and New Mexican thing, urban legend, if you will. We're going to be talking about that, so you'll just learn about a little bit about La Llorona right now.
I'm Maria, the most beautiful woman in the village.
I'm a noble man just traveling through this village. Who is that?
It's Maria.
You are beautiful. We should get married so you can bear my 2 sons.
Okay.
Well, we're married now, and you have borne me 2 sons.
It's great that you're rich.
And they're twins. I have to go now. Don't follow me.
That's suspicious. He must be cheating on me. I'm gonna throw my 2 sons into the river. Oh no! I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna throw myself into the river. I'm La Llorona now, the weeping woman. I've made a mistake, and now I'm gonna pay for it. I'm stuck between the living and the dead. I'll find my children by haunting other children. Beware the weeping woman. I'll cry forever.
Whoa! Whew. Thank God that's over.
Did your parents ever?
What?
Did your parents ever threaten you with La Llorona?
I don't remember if they did.
Really? Oh, they did.
Well, we
Okay,
used to
here.
live by a ditch. Me and Michelle used to live right by
yes.
an arroyo.
Have you ever heard anything there?
I think so.
I don't remember. I do remember hearing the legend about that and being creeped out by that because we live so close to the
Yeah.
ditch. So I do remember being a little startled by that. But
Yeah, I remember Mom saying that we couldn't be out by the ditches
Mm-hmm.
that late because La Llorona would get us.
Wouldn't
But
it be
was
just be
never-
dangerous anyway? That's
Yeah,
probably what it was.
Yeah, it probably was that it was dangerous, less that they would want to take us, but we were probably not the best children, so she'd be like, please, take my kids.
Yeah.
Really, take them.
Take my kids, please.
Please, yeah. So were you ever...
I didn't know about La Llorona until I was in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
where are you from? You're from New Mexico?
I'm from Mexico.
Okay, cool.
I went to Highland High School. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was high school because I know somebody did a play about La Llorona
Yeah.
in a like a drama festival,
Right.
and I was like,
That's
oh,
one of the
neat.
biggest ways that I learned about La Llorona. It's like I feel like I've seen like 4 plays actually. I saw one at the Kibo a long time ago. I saw one at my cafeteria at Alameda Elementary's school, and then I'm pretty sure I saw another one in middle school. Taylor.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. So but you were never threatened by it? Did you ever...
I lived kind of by a ditch though. Like there was a huge arroyo
Yeah.
behind my house. Good thing I didn't know about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'd be like, ah!
Wait.
I found it.
Quick question: is Bloody Mary a demon or is she a ghost?
We talked about that on Deep Truth.
Did you really?
Hex point.
Interesting, because on Improv Bagel we did a scene.
Hex point. I'm going to get a wand next time.
She was actually she's a ghost.
She's a ghost. Are you sure?
Yes.
Because she's killing
real.
people, though.
No.
Wait, what's the legend of Bloody Mary?
The Legend of Bloody Mary is it started out with girls walking backwards on the stairs with a candle. And
Wait,
yeah, it's true. This is what happened.
is this from that movie Urban Legends?
No, it's from
Okay.
like the legend, urban legend. So they walk backwards on the stair, or backwards up the stairs.
Okay.
And it's like Victorian girls, and they would say, and you know how you think you have to say it 3 times.
Yeah.
You have to say it 13 times.
Oh, really?
To get the Bloody Mary to come. Woo!
Yeah.
And if you turn around and you see she shows you your future husband, or if she turn around and she shows you the Green Reaper, you're gonna die before you get married. And it's not that scary of an origin story.
Wait, that's
thought
all
it was,
it came
no,
from?
I thought she was Mary, Queen of Scots. Is
That's
that
a
a
completely
different
different
one?
Bloody Mary. Yeah.
Okay,
So
'cause
the one that
where's
shows
that?
up is just like a spirit of marriage.
Okay, so she's getting
yeah.
lumped in with
Right.
royalty. So
Right.
she is getting her.
The Bloody Mary I enjoy has spirits in her. Am I right, girls?
Am I right?
That's a break. But we've been running really long on this episode, so
Okay. So we have one more reenactment. We're gonna watch the Luna Mansion
Yes.
reenactment, and we'll talk about it for a second. Here we go.
I am Pete Torres.
I'm Hortensia Torres. We own the Luna Mansion. We have a ghost in the mansion.
Her name is Josefita Manderfield Otero.
Also known as Pepe.
Oh no! There she is now!
I am Pepe. I used to own the mansion. I love it. I play phantom music. And I move stuff and wiggle doors and move chairs and act spooky.
What a haunted mansion!
I don't know much about the Luna Mansion, but I sure learned a lot here.
Me too.
I did as well. I've heard of the Luna Mansion, but I've never heard anybody actually going to Los Lunas and coming back successfully.
What? My best friend lived in Los Lunas. She's alive.
Really?
And she's the one who thinks I would know if I was possessed.
Okay.
That's
okay.
good.
So
She's there. She's doing the good work. She's doing the Lord's
she's
work.
doing the Lord's work. About Jesus!
All right, so let's go ahead and get into our top 3 favorite movies starring ghosts or featuring ghosts. Do you want to go first, Janine?
I do, because mine suck because I don't really watch horror movies. My first one is going to be Heart and Souls. Have you heard of that movie?
No.
It has Robert Downey Jr. in it, pre-drugs, probably during drugs.
I was gonna say like.
He was 5.
He was
no,
in that, yeah.
no, it was during drugs, and it has like Kira Sedgwick in it and Alfred Woodard, and like 3 people die in a bus crash and haunt a little boy, and they realize like when he grows up that they can possess him, so they have to learn how to like make this guy fall in love with a girl before they can go to heaven or something. I don't remember, but I just was like, that's a ghost movie.
Yeah.
Number 1. Number 2, Paranorman is really good. I like that one.
Is that the Pixar?
So good. Yeah, it's not Pixar. It's like the
Like
opposite.
Universal?
It's Laika, the one
Like a Pixar.
it's the one that did Coraline, and which I love.
Oh,
But there's not
I
really
love
ghosts in
Coraline.
Coraline.
No, but I love
they're
that.
like more, I don't know what they're demons, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the third one, thanks to Alex, our lovely producer, I'm gonna say Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
he helped me today.
That was-
Beetlejuice or Alex?
Both of them.
Alex Juice. Alex Juice.
Alex, ew. Gross.
Ew. It's
That's
Faygo.
wrong.
It's just Faygo Punch.
Okay.
For the strawberry.
What are your favorite movies?
My top or Michelle?
Go ahead.
Me. Okay.
Just the host goes last.
I'll go ahead and also do Beetlejuice was one of my top ones because again, like, but is that really? I think he was a demon, right?
He wasn't, but
The couple
two,
was good.
right,
couple,
that's right.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. What a sad existence too. Like their Neverworld or what? The Afterworld. What was it called? The Neverworld. Do you remember? Because
don't
Lydia
remember.
would go always to the Neververse or whatever.
Are you thinking of the Negaverse?
No, it's some sort of moon power. No, I'm pretty sure like the Beetlejuice, like it was the Netherworld.
The Netherworld.
Is that what it
that
is?
it?
Because like she was, it's like, hey babe, let's go over there, babe. Don't you
Actually,
remember?
funny story. When I get really drunk, I just turn into Beetlejuice. Hey,
Learn it
babes.
for your friends.
Hey, babes, do you need a Beetlegeist?
Yeah,
Beetle
guys.
guys.
Um,
We don't know.
3 friends, fun at parties. We'll figure that out later. And if you know
Tell
what it
us
is,
in
put
the
it in the comments. And then I'm probably gonna go with The Sixth Sense.
Really?
I really like
There's
that movie.
ghosts in it?
Threw me off when I
Spoiler.
was younger.
Spoiler.
Alert! That one guy's dead.
Which one?
Bruce.
All the guys.
All the guys. All men are
All
dead.
the women are alive.
Uh-huh.
All the men are
They
dead.
killed them. All the women. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a very before M. Night Shyamalan really burned himself out with his like, all my movies have a twist in them. They're fucking god
With a
awful.
twist. Yeah.
With the twist. That's how he always says it. It's like, how would you like your martini? With the twist. But anyway, so I thought that was a very very fun story. Totally threw me off because when I saw, it, I was like, holy fucking shit. And then of course the great classic ghost story of them all, Casper, the friendly ghost.
I thought I was gonna be the loser.
Really? You don't like Casper?
No, I love Casper, but I really thought that my
Stretcho and
I
Stinko
thought that
and-
my choices would be weak.
Uh,
They are not.
I don't know. Mine was all ghosts. What was yours? The Lovely Hearts.
The heart and souls.
Owner of the Lonely.
Owner of a lonely heart. But yes.
But yeah, but cause
Yes,
yeah,
start in the movie.
I guess like you guys are. I'm not too well versed in ghost stories, or at least ghost movies. Ghost movies aren't my cup of tea. Like I didn't really like Poltergeist that much, but it's a classic. So. What about you, Michelle?
So I have The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, which is a Don Knotts movie. I love Don Knotts. There's something about a guy with bug eyes that I think is just like the
Oh,
Yeah.
like Marty Feldman.
Yeah, yes, I love him.
Okay,
So good.
just checking.
I have Carnival of Souls, which is an old, like, I think,
I told you to send me a lot of these movies so I could actually watch them.
but you don't watch them.
I will
That's the
eventually.
problem. Yeah, it's really cool. It's part of the Criterion Collection. There's this really great transformation scene where they go from, like, human to ghost, and it's like in a carousel.
Really?
If you've seen any trailers for the Criterion Collection, you've seen that.
How old is this movie? Sorry.
It has to be, I don't know if it's 59 maybe?
Okay.
Something like that, early 50s, early 60s, late 50s. And then House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price, because I love Vincent Price. He is the best. He is the spookiest human ever.
He is
Yeah.
spooky.
And he has a great egg-making collection.
No
one's going to
feet.
get that.
I got it.
And House on Haunted Hill, but the 56 version, not the 99 version, because the 99 was not worth it. So those are mine. I also had It Follows as a runner-up. Yeah, that was great. I didn't know I needed to worry. Did you watch It Follows?
I saw a pause version of
No.
it, but I came and made jokes, and they made me leave because they wanted to watch It Follows in this house.
So It Follows has to do with sexually
Sex ghost.
transmitted demons,
Ghost is-
which I didn't know you had to worry about, but I guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
So
That's why you should never have sex.
that
Ever.
and because if not, you'll have a child, and then the Babadook will get you,
Yeah.
which is
Oh my God, that's my top ghost. That's my top ghost now. I forgot about that. I love that fucking movie. It was so good.
it scared the snot out of me.
Yeah, that was so good.
I was not okay. At
Okay, I
work
change it.
after-
I'll kick out. Sorry, Casper. He's friendly though. He'll enjoy it.
Yee!
Have you seen the Babadook?
No.
You should watch that
Ooh,
one.
you should watch
It's
the
on Netflix.
Babadook.
Watch that one.
It's
I'm
good.
just going to be so scared.
You will.
You will. Watch it at work. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I watched it. I snuck out of a company meeting and
Watch
watched
it around children. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's totally okay.
Okay.
It's
I'm
okay.
always
really
around
You
children.
don't have like
That's a scary
sadness
thing.
issues, do you? Because if you do, you should definitely watch this movie.
Okay.
You'll like
Yeah.
it though. It's really good.
It's so good.
Okay.
I'm not
Fuck! I
sorry.
can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we record
Anyways,
again?
for Creep Circuit, we're signing off. Goodbye, long-legged ghoulies, beasties, and goblins. We'll see you in the netherworld.
Goddamn ass.
Bone that you break, if you bruise every ache, it will heal 'cause it's you. Invincible.